If you have questions, please use the raise hands feature under the participants tab. John Hale, we will start with you. Go ahead.
Al, how do you take away from that 22 points down at halftime, but then you obviously show some of the fight you've been looking for in the second half? Just what's your kind of overall takeaway?
We'll watch the tape, and we have a couple guys that are not playing to where they need to play, fight, competitive spirit, coming up with balls, toughness, rebounding. And what happened in the first half, we had a guy that broke off the game plan. I mean, we spent a couple days on it because we had time, and he walked in the game and ran the wrong way. They got 12 points. Then all of a sudden, the rim is like an ocean. It's what happened to us with Georgia Tech. And so all I said at halftime is, let's win the second half. Let's just worry about winning the second half. And, again, I like Terrence at point guard. I like having his hands on the ball. 4 turnovers. He left his feet, and he knew it. And I told him we've been working on it. But I like him at point. Davion and Devin got to shoot balls. They passed up 7 wide open shots. And then what it ends up doing, it runs you into turnovers. Now, again, in this game, all the work we'd done, 11 turnovers and 4 by our point guard. Olivier was terrific. I thought Jacob showed some effort, and I think Isaiah's better than he's playing, but it was, look, there's hope now. If that's who we are, those 20 minutes, there's hope. All right, now we got to play 40. If some guys shouldn't be starting, they won't start. You can't start, man. You fumble balls, you don't come up with it, you no. And then if it's somebody's got to play less minutes, they're playing less. I mean, this isn't, is what it is. But like the fact that we came back and we toughed and we did some good stuff.
Ken Spencer, we'll go to you, then Larry Vaught after that.
John, did you guys get what you wanted in that last shot?
We fumbled the ball. If we didn't fumble the ball, we would have had the weak side rebound tip in. So we had a guy over there for a reason. And it was either you take it, you quickly get it to him, he's going to shoot it. One of you two shoot, we'll have weak side rebound. So we'll have time. By fumbling it, by the time he got it off, and Olivier was, took it hard. But I'm like, dude, we're not even in the game without you. We got all these guys that have no toughness, drive to the rim and just throw balls. I mean, you gave us a presence and got us open threes because we were able to throw it to them.
Larry Vaught to you, then Matt, you'll be after him.
John, was there anybody in particular the second half that you were really pleased with? You think, well, maybe the light bulb kind of came on for him there?
I think the whole group. And again, we had to pick up and play. I didn't want to play early in the game that way. Maybe we should have. I'm still learning about this team. And you say, well, why didn't you? Because I didn't want the court to be spaced and them to get easy baskets. I wanted them to work. And then we had breakdowns. We had guys that didn't follow the script. Never have followed the script. So all of a sudden there's open three. What in the world? And so second half, we played the guys that were playing the script. And I took some guys out, and we made a little run. They believed. So, but this is, again, the Kansas game, 4-point game with 5 minutes to go. We're up and just make terrible mistakes. They went 6 straight possessions without a basket, and we come down and I think turned it over twice and took 2 bad shots or 3 or missed wide open shots. I mean, okay, you want to be tough? Those got to go down.
Matt to you, then Jerry after that. Kyle will be after him.
Coach, how was that second half, a difference of your guys buying in more, or were they just making more plays?
We picked up and pressed, and we became the aggressor. That's what happened. Do we have to play the whole game? Yeah, let's get in great shape and let's do it. We're not taking chances, but we're picking up and making them play, getting into their legs a little bit. Maybe that's who we are. And there were times where dragged a big man to screen my guard, and my other big man's at the top of the key letting the guards play full court. Are you kidding me? Like, getting them to be up there. Come on, you come up too. But, there were good stuff in the second half. I just can't, I hate losing. You got to win some games. This was a game down 22 we had no business even being in. But that shows you what I keep saying. You just keep playing. Keep fighting. They're not going to keep making shots. So, this is all new to him. Like I said, Terrence came down and left his feet and turned it over. It was a close game now. And ran back, head back like he was mad at himself, and his guy went and shot a layup. You can't win then. It isn't about you turning it over. It's about us winning. If you turn it over, get it back on the other end. They don't know that. It was only 6 months ago they were playing AAU, and they had another game tonight. And so, I can't. We're fighting and battling. They get off tomorrow. We go back to camp, 3 sessions a day. And probably do. I think we're going to do Christmas with families. We'll do it a little bit different. We may do it this week, or we'll do it when we come back from Cleveland. But kind of excited. I talked to him about that. We take care of 10 or 12 families. And, but look, guys, it's, I wanted it to look different. Boy, it did in the first half, didn't it? But when I tell you what happened, one guy broke down 4 times and gave them 4 wide open threes, and they made them. And I told them at halftime it would be a 9-point game. And now, second half, we don't have those breakdowns. We don't give them those. We pick up and we're the aggressor, and we fight. The guys that didn't fight, I took out of the game. You don't fight, you're out. And that means come up with balls. You can't fumble every ball. Boy, he grabbed my arm. You can't go after balls with one hand. Can't. We got to bring in balls. Fans were great today, too. Let me thank the 3,000 whoever and the cardboard cutouts and everybody. They were great. They gave us a lift.
Gary and Kyle, go ahead.
Hey, John. Leshevsky hurt you guys, obviously, in the first half, and you only had 1 basket in the second. What happened there? What changed?
The game plan was the same in the first half and the second half. I just told you. We had one guy do his own thing and gave him 4 open threes. 3, and then the other one was a fourth by another guy for the same kind of bad rotation. Wasn't doing what we were asking to do. If you're doing something as a group of 5, and one guy decides either I'm not paying attention. Come on now, we had days to go over this. I'm not paying attention, or I don't understand and I'm not asking. That would be like a quarterback going like this. I think you guys would know. Quarterback going like this, and he goes to hand the ball off, and the running back goes the other way. You all would see it, but you don't know basketball. That's the problem here. But you would know it in football. Like you went and the quarterback, where the heck? And he does it 3 straight times. Now you know, like, what in the hell was going on? That's why I grabbed my face. I couldn't believe it. But it gave us a chance to fight in the second half and have our chance to win. If that ball goes in, we had no business winning the game, but we fought. We learned to fight. And I like Terrence at point guard.
You got next question, and Darryl after that, and we'll see we're right on time.
Two-parter, I guess, Cal. You said you liked Terrence at point guard, but you've outlined some of the things he did wrong. What did you like? What did you see that gave you some hope about that going forward, him with the ball in his hands? And then 2, how much of a potential make or break moment was it for your guys to be down? I think they said this is the largest halftime deficit in Kentucky history at home.
This isn't at home though. Come on, we got no fans.
But to be down, wherever the context, to be down 20, that they didn't, as you always say, let go of the rope.
Well, here's what I say with Terrence. Weren't you more comfortable with him having the ball in his hands? Didn't you know that he could make plays at the rim and score and do things where they got to play him? He can play. I did not want to put him on number 3. We were initially going to, and I said, no, you can't do it because you can't ask him to have the ball and also guard the guy that's going to have the ball for 80% of the time for them. You can't do it to the kid. But I thought Davion and Devin did a pretty good job on Hobbs. You know, the last step back was a breaker, but the kid missed 5 before that. So I thought we did a pretty good job.
Go ahead.
Yeah, John, I think it's maybe one of the last timeouts today. Devin and Terrence were both pleading with you emphatically about something. I was just curious, what was that all about? And
which timeout?
11 seconds to go. Devin and Terrence were both pleading with you about something.
Yeah, well, they didn't. They're saying if they're man or zone, what do we do? You know, so they're like, which way? What are we doing? We were going to do the exact same thing, whatever they were doing, man or zone. What I told them was they have a foul to give. If you drive it and they reach in to foul you, throw it at the rim. Like just run and throw. Here he reaches in, full and throw. We didn't. You know, do you remember Brandon Knight doing that against Mississippi State? And he threw the 3 from three-quarter, half court, and we shot three free throws and won the game. He didn't do it the first time, and I went nuts. Shoot the ball, because he did it twice. They grabbed him, and I said, do you not understand what I'm saying? Shoot it from half court. We had it in the front court when they fouled. So they reach in, you just pull up, shoot something. It's a foul, and you get 2 free throws, we win the game. But, again, there's so much to teach here, and, you know, we got the look we wanted. The fumble cost us the weak side rebound, but, you know, we made strides, and now we move on. Look, I said this morning, I told the guys, I woke up this morning, and what I said was, Lord, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to coach here, to coach these young people. And I know, I told them, adversity is going to make you tougher. It's what it is. And this comes at you, especially at Kentucky. Losing games in a row here is like a natural disaster. And you know what? I'm not buying it. I don't listen to it. I never have. Whether we're winning games or losing games, my focus on how do I help these guys get better? And some of them, you got to dig your heels in or someone else plays. Dig your heels in or someone else plays. And every year it's kind of like this. You know, Davion missed every shot, so he didn't shoot a couple. You can't do that. What you should be is in the gym tonight. Go back to the craft and go in the gym and get a manager and put 500 shots up. That's what you do. You don't stop shooting. You go 0 for 8, and everybody says that kid can't shoot at all. And you go in the gym, and next game you go 8 for 8. Because you work on yourself mentally and physically, you do that. So we like I said, we got a ways to go, but some strides. We played through Olivier today. So guys that are shooting 12% from the 3 and 30% from the floor, you're not getting the ball as much. I'm sorry. That ball's going to Olivier. That ball will go to Isaiah maybe. Maybe we'll go pick and roll. But, like, again, how we're going to play is going to develop now that Terrence is playing point.
Sarr here for you. As usual, just use the raise hands feature in the participants tab. John Long, we'll start with you. And Christos, you'll be after him. Go ahead.
Hey, Olivier, it's a tough game, but Coach is always talking about all he cares about is you guys getting better. I'm not quite sure I buy that. How important is it for you guys now to just be able to experience winning one game?
It is pretty important. It is really important because we got a young group, and even though we fought today in the second half, winning is important. You know, winning for the record, for the confidence of players is just important for us overall, and we're going into this direction.
It seems like we almost saw two completely different halves today. What was the difference between the first and the second half in your mind?
I think it's just a sense of urgency. We can't let that happen though, because we see how good of a team we are when we fight, and it didn't happen in the first half. And you can't. It's tough in against these teams, ACC teams, to fight back after a 20, even more than 20 point down. So it's just that second half is a great lesson, and we got to keep that. We got to keep going like that every game.
All right, Christos, you got next, and then John Hale after that.
Yeah. Hello, Olivier. I would like to ask you, do you believe that the second half and your performance on the second half will going to be the turning point of the season for you? And also, what did you keep about that game?
Can you say that one more time, the end of it?
Yeah, what did you keep from that game about the continuum of the season?
I mean, for me, I'm just trying to fight, you know. I'm just trying to get lost in competing, helping my team however I can. And what I get from that game is that second half, you know. The way we fought, the way we competed, the way we shared the ball, the energy that we had, that's something that we got to keep and bring on every game for two halves now.
Will gonna be the turning point of the season for you, that second half?
It will be the turning point, I think, for the entire team. Even though we lost that game, I think that second half was an awakening, and we need that. We definitely needed that.
John Hale, you got next. Larry Bott, you'll be after him.
Olivier, Coach Cal said he really liked having Terrence at the point guard. What do you think that kind of brings to the team in terms of offensive flow and what to build on moving forward?
I mean, Terrence has size, and he's really aggressive on the lane, and I think it opens up a lot of things, a lot of options. He can pass the ball. He got a great vision. So I think going forward, I mean, he's really good at that position.
All right, Larry Bott, we'll go to you next.
Olivia, why do you think it took getting behind like that today to bring the fight out of this team? Was it just an embarrassment by guys, you think? Or what was it you think that finally said, okay, we're behind 21 points. We got to do something?
Why, I don't know. I'd love to tell you, but I think it's just locking in on scouting report, you know. We have to realize how important it is when you play against experienced teams, and we're going to play against experienced teams and really good teams like that scouting report and knowing your personnel is really important. And I think that we didn't do a great job locking in from the jump, and that's what happened. And of course we reacted, but it was a little bit too late.
Christos, we'll come back to you.
Yeah. Olivier, if you have a time machine, what would you like to change on the last play of the game?
I don't have a time machine. I don't have none of that. I'm in reality, and it is what it is. I missed that shot, and I have to get back in the gym. My teammates trusted me to take that shot. It's a learning point for me. I don't want to forget about that shot. I remember it going forward. So I hope I learn and I take the best out of it.
Thank you.
Anything else for Olivier, guys? All right, go ahead. One quick one.
Hey, Olivier, that last shot, it looked good. I mean, you were pretty dejected afterwards. What did some of your teammates do when they came over and talked to you afterwards?
They just told me that we didn't lose on that shot, that I had to stay positive and that we will be fine. We will be all right.
All right, guys, about sophomore Jacob Toppin. Go ahead and use the raise hands feature, and we will get to you. All right, looks like we'll start off with Christos. Go ahead, Christos.
Yes. Hello, Jacob. I would like to ask you, what changed after the first half, and you have a much better face on the second half? And what was the biggest lesson of that game?
I think the biggest lesson of that game is we need to play 40 minutes. We can't play 20 minutes and win a game. The first half, we did not play to our potential, and we obviously shown that we can play basketball in the second half. And I think as a team, as a whole, we figured that we need to play 40 minutes in order to win a basketball game.
We'll go to you next.
Yeah, Jacob, I wondered, Leshevsky, number 14 for them, had a big first half and hardly scored in the second half. What changed there? What did you guys do?
I believe we locked in onto our personnel. Starting the game, I don't think we were very locked in on each player individually and as a team. We made a lot of mistakes in the first half that we had to fix. And at halftime, we figured what we needed to do in order to win, and that's what we did.
And what was the atmosphere or the mood like in the locker room at halftime?
We were trying not to be negative. We were staying positive because we knew what we were able to do, and we wanted to do something special. So we just told each other we got to keep fighting, keep pushing, and good things will come. We took it possession for possession, and we just didn't get the outcome we wanted.
Larry Vaught, we'll go to you next.
Jacob, just curious, when you said that you thought the lesson today was that you had to play 40 minutes, you couldn't play 20 minutes and win. Why do you think that's a lesson you guys would have to learn at this level? It seems like that's something you would think you would know.
Again, we're a very inexperienced team. We're still learning. We're still trying to get better every day. And every game, every practice brings the lesson. And I believe that lesson today was the lesson that I just said. So just moving forward, we just got to be hungrier. We got to come from the jump. We got to just play more aggressive from the start.
So are you convinced everybody learned that lesson today, you think?
100%. We got to use that second half as template just to move forward. We got to use that second half as a experience, as a learning experience, and we just got to use that moving forward. We got to be that team that we were in the second half moving forward.
John Long, go to you.
Hey, Jacob, I look at you guys, and you all are all highly skilled, elite athletes. Yet you look at the record, and you're 1-4. I mean, how important is it to be able to just win a game, any game, at this point?
Definitely winning a game would be good for us. We're still learning. We're still trying to figure each other out. I think as the season goes on, we're going to learn how to play with each other a lot more. We're going to start to feel for one another. And just moving forward, that's the big thing. We just got to play as a team, and the wins will come.
Jerry Tipton, we'll circle back to you.
Yeah, Jacob, I wondered about, Coach Cal talked about liking how Terrence Clark looked at point guard. What does he bring to that spot, do you think, that maybe the other guys don't?
He's athletic, he's long, he has length, and I believe at that position he brings he can play inside and out. So like if someone's guarding him, he'll be able to bring them into the post, and he gets into the lane very easy. I believe he gets into the lane and shares the ball, and I like him at the point guard. I think we all like him at the point guard.
And you guys struggled again shooting the three. Where's the confidence in the outside shooting at this point?
We just got to keep working on it. They're going to fall. It's just repetition, getting in the gym, shooting more shots. I believe if we shoot more shots, game speed in practice, and on individual workouts, we'll have a better percentage. But as long as we're just keep shooting, keep putting in that repetition, our confidence will go up and we'll start making shots.
All right, guys, we'll end it there. Give us a little bit. We'll have the video.